Hi, I am Life Coach Latricia Booker with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered, where we heal, get delivered, and get free, where we know who we are, we elevate our minds and our spirits, and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose. That is the truth of who God created us to be. And so, in today's video, I want to talk to you about do this and receive your breakthrough. And so, what I'm speaking of, what you should do is feel your own self, fulfill your own self, allow God to fulfill you. The reason why I say that is because um, recently, quite a bit, I've been experiencing a lot of attention seeking behaviors. And so, what I find is when people are seeking others' attention for acceptance, for validation, for to feel valuable, to feel worthy, for applause, for praise, ultimately to feel fulfilled, it's coming from a place of having an inner void. And so, no matter how much you seek others' attention to fulfill your inner void, it's never going to work. You're going to always need to continue to do things to get other people's attention to temporarily feel okay, but then you're right back at it again, seeking others' attention to fulfill your inner void. And so, if you do this, fill your own inner void, allow God to fill that, you can receive your breakthrough. You will receive a breakthrough. And so, in order to fill that inner void, number one, you have to have a relationship with God. You have to have some kind of spirituality. You have to do something that feeds your soul and your spirit and your mind and your emotions in a positive way. And I say relationship with God. First of all, He's our creator. He made us. Um, he is the Alpha and the Omega. He can give us divine instructions because we are divine beings. He created us. And so if we have relationship with him, we have a dialogue going on with him. We're constantly having conversations with him. We're praying to him. We're meditating and receiving answers and instruction and whatever it is that we need. When we have a relationship with him and we nurture it, that is fulfilling within itself. It's very fulfilling. So, in that, you are fulfilling, you're fulfilling yourself. I wanted to say the inner void, but if you're fulfilling that and you're doing that, you won't have an inner void. It wouldn't be there. So, if you're having an inner void and you're doing things to get other people's attention, if you're doing things to get other people to notice you because you want them to know I'm here, I exist, it's not people that's going to fill your inner void. It's only through relationship with God and fulfilling yourself. And what do I mean by fulfilling yourself? Well, first of all, you have to accept yourself. Just as God has accepted you, you have to accept you. You have to know that you are valuable. You have to know that you are worthy because God created you. And if you are with Him, in relationship with Him, receiving his love, you will love yourself. And so you will value yourself. And that's the beginning of filling that inner void, which it wouldn't be a void if you're fulfilling yourself. That's the beginning. Now, there are other things that you need to do to be self fulfilled. You have to do things that make you happy. You have to have some kind of positive interest. You have to do whatever makes you feel good, whatever it is that your gifts are, your talents, your skills. And I would say, however God is leading you. In other words, what's the work you do? What are you passionate about? What do you enjoy? What are your dreams? What are your visions? You have to be walking towards that in that direction to feel self-fulfilled. You have to be working at your dreams every day or most days, because on the weekends we should rest, or depending on how our schedule is, we should have rest time. But for the most part, we should be working at our dreams on a regular basis, on a very regular basis, daily, if not skipping a day or two. And even in that, you're still working on your dreams, because we have to restore and recover, and we still have to do things that we enjoy to fulfill ourselves. Those things of enjoyment, which is part of self care. If you just need to relax, if you need to take a bubble bath, if you need to get on the couch and read a good book, sit in under the fireplace, spend time with your loved ones, go out to the movies, go out to the play, go have some dinner, whatever it is that you enjoy is self-care, and it's fulfilling. So you have to fill your own inner voids. You have to be on a path to where you're doing the work that you are called here to do. Whatever God has purposed in you, you have to be walking towards that. You have to be putting in that work. You also have to do the inner work to fill that inner void. So you won't have a void. You have to work out your issues. You have to heal those wounded places. You have to heal your mind. You have to heal your spirit. You have to heal your emotions. And yes, you have to heal your finances. And so when you're working at these things on a regular basis, on a daily basis, doing something in all of what I just mentioned, you are fulfilling yourself. And it's your job to do. And if you are fulfilling yourself, you have no need to seek the attention of others, because you are self fulfilled. Now, if you get attention from others, that's just a bonus. And let's just hope it's positive attention. Even though if negative attention comes, we can reject that. We don't have to receive that. But the point is, you won't be dependent upon other people's attention. You won't be dependent upon other people validating you, noticing you, applauding you, giving you energy, giving you their attention to feel self fulfilled. You fulfill yourself. It's your job to make you happy. It's your job to move in your purpose. It's not up to anybody else. And you don't want to be in a place where you're always spinning your wheels. Because when you're always needing the attention from other people to feel okay with yourself, to feel validated, you're spinning your wheels, literally, because you have to keep it going. Every day you get up, now you got to find something else to do to get someone's attention, to say to you, I am worthy, to say to you, you are valuable, to say to you, you mean something, to say to you, you matter, to say to you, I see you. Again, it's your job to fulfill yourself. And so if you fulfill yourself and allow God to fulfill you in the way it is all designed to be anyway, you will have no need to seek other people's attention to be fulfilled, which they can't do anyway. Really, they can't fulfill that. That's why you got to keep doing it again to get filled, which you're not getting. You may be getting a temporary feel good or feel okay, but you're not getting fulfilled. But when you fulfill yourself and allow God to fulfill you, you receive your breakthrough. That's breakthrough right there. Change your mind, change your behavior, change your actions, fulfill yourself, do the work. Do the work. Sometimes I find that people are lazy and they don't want to do the work that they need to do with themselves. So that's why they want you to give them attention so they won't have to do the work. But again, you're spinning your wheels. And many a times people get tired of a person like that. Many a times people don't even want to be bothered with a person like that because they're too needy and it's like desperate and it's too much. It's like you constantly have to be pouring into giving someone this attention for them to feel temporarily, because it is temporarily, okay. And so, again, fulfill yourself so you won't be so desperate for other people's attention. Okay? So, Fulfill yourself by doing the things you love, doing what God has called you to do. And if you don't know what that is, find out. By all means, find out. How do you find out? Seek God, not people. Now, if God put people in your place that help you along your way, so be it. You could come across all kind of information in literature and books. There's all kind of ways to find what your purpose is or whatever it is you want to know. But first, you got to go to God and you got to want to know and you got to ask, and everything else will unfold and work out for you. But you have to want to fulfill your own self. Unless you want to be a dependent, unless you want to stay handicapped, because that's what that is, being handicapped, depending on other people to do for you what you're supposed to do for yourself, which they could never do, by the way. They could never do. They could be a temporary feel, as I already said, but it'll never be enough because it's not for other people to give you what you should be giving to yourself. And so give yourself the proper attention that you need. Give it to yourself. Feed your spirit the things that God have given us to feed ourselves. Feed yourself on the word or anything inspirational or spiritual that works for you, that resonates with you. Feed your mind with the right thoughts, the positive thoughts, those thoughts that are good and pure and above. Reject negativity because it's no good. If it's poison, negativity is literally poison. Think the right thoughts so you can feel good. And don't be dependent on other people. And hopefully, as I said, when you do these things, you receive the right kind of attention from the right people. Not because you need it, but because you attract it. And when you receive negative attention, you can reject it. You can tune it out. Don't pay attention to it. Because the positive, even though the positive is there, the negative got to show up too. That's just the duality of the three-dimensional world that we live in. But when you're in fifth dimension, you understand these things. You are not locked into the matrix. You get what's going on. So you can rise above the masses and the matrix and know the truth, see the truth, and operate in that truth. Okay? So again, fulfill yourself. Let God fulfill you. All those inner needs. I'm going to call them inner needs because if we're fulfilling them, they're no longer in the voids. They're inner needs. It's up to you to fulfill them. They are your needs to fulfill, not others. And so I'm going to wrap it up with that. So if you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. Click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. You can also connect with me on Facebook and Instagram at Latricia Booker. You can connect with me on Twitter at Kingdom Business 9. That is Kingdom Business with one S and a number 9. And you guys, that is my time. So I am out. Peace.